Hi, and welcome to English Coffee House.
We're really happy you're here with us.
Get comfortable.
And let's start with today's conversation.
I had this moment yesterday where I opened my notes app and saw this little list I made, things to improve. And I just stared at it like it belonged to someone else.
Like you didn't recognize yourself in it?
Yeah, or I recognized it too much. It felt familiar in a way that made me tired. The list was so normal: sleep, food, time, money, and still it felt heavy.
I know that exact feeling. It's like the list isn't even rude. It's polite and it's reasonable, and still it asks for your whole life.
Exactly. It's never done, right? It doesn't end with good job. It ends with next.
I used to like that. I thought it was adult. Like, this is how you take care of yourself. But at some point it started to feel like I was managing a company, and the company was me.
That's such a clean way to put it. Like, you become your own project manager.
And you start measuring things that shouldn't be measured. Or maybe they can be measured, but it changes them.
Yeah, it changes the texture of your day. The day stops being a day. It becomes a dashboard.
A dashboard is cold. Even the word feels bright in a way I don't like.
Bright and sharp. And then even relaxing becomes strategic. Like, I will relax now for 20 minutes. Like you're scheduling a feeling.
And if you don't feel relaxed, you think you failed at relaxing.
Which is honestly one of the saddest ideas. Failing at resting.
It's funny because the people who talk the most about ease and balance, they often sound like they're holding their breath.
Yes, like ease has turned into another performance.
Do you remember when a normal day was allowed to be kind of messy? Like you wake up, you do things, you forget something, you eat whatever is there, you go for a walk because the air feels good. No reason.
I do, and I miss the no reason things, the unproductive reasons. I don't know, I just wanted to.
It's weird how I just wanted to started feeling like a suspicious statement.
Like you need an explanation. Why did you buy that? Why did you go there? Why did you spend an hour reading something random? And even if nobody asks, you ask yourself.
You become your own judge and your own witness, and you're like, we have no evidence that this was necessary.
That's painfully accurate. And sometimes it makes normal pleasures feel guilty, like you're stealing time.
I've felt that, especially with quiet things, like lying on the couch, not sleeping, not scrolling, just being there. It's almost like my brain goes, this is illegal.
The quiet is the suspicious part.
Yes, if you're quiet, the mind wants to fill it with a plan.
Or a fix, like if you're quiet, maybe you'll notice what's wrong.
And then you'll start optimizing again.
I think that's the trap, because there's always something that could be improved. Always.
Always, and it's true in a boring way. It's like saying you could always clean the kitchen more. Sure, but do we want to live in a kitchen cleaning universe?
A universe where your worth is measured in sparkle.
Exactly.
I've been noticing how improvement language sneaks into everything, even friendships. Like, what's the best way to maintain connection? Or how can I be a better listener? Which sounds nice, but sometimes it feels like you're turning love into a skill set.
That's such a sharp point, because it's not wrong to want to be present, but the moment it becomes a system, you're not present anymore.
Right. You're watching yourself being present.
You're like a cameraman inside your own head.
And you're trying to get the shot.
The perfect shot where you're a good person.
Or a calm person, or a healthy person, or an efficient person.
The list of identities is endless.
And it's tiring because it's not just do this task, it's be this type of person.
I think that's why it feels heavy. It's not about making breakfast, it's about proving something with breakfast.
Like you're trying to prove you deserve your own life. There's this little thing I've started doing lately, not a system, not a method. Just sometimes I leave something slightly unfinished on purpose.
Like what?
Like I'll wash the dishes, but I won't wipe the sink perfectly. Or I'll fold the laundry, but I won't make it look like a hotel. And I just let it be human.
That sounds oddly rebellious.
It really does. And it's not even lazy. It's just normal. But my brain tries to make it dramatic.
It's funny how normal starts to feel like rebellion.
Yeah, like, look at me choosing imperfection. And I'm like, Daria, please, you didn't polish the faucet.
Still, I get it. It's symbolic. It's telling yourself, I'm not going to treat my home like a test.
Yes, the test is exactly it.
I had something similar with exercise. I went through a phase where every movement needed a reason. Like if I'm walking, it should be fast enough. And if I'm lifting something, it should be tracked. And if I'm stretching, it should follow a plan. And then one day, I just went outside and walked slowly.
Slowly on purpose?
Slowly because my body wanted slow. And I remember feeling almost embarrassed at first, like someone would see me and think he doesn't know what he's doing.
That's so interesting. Like, slow becomes incompetence.
Yes, like you're not maximizing your legs.
Maximizing your legs, that's honestly horrible.
I know, but that's what it felt like. And then after 10 minutes, something softened. I noticed a tree I always ignore. I noticed a smell. I felt part of the street instead of a person passing through it.
That sounds like returning, not improving, returning.
Exactly, and it didn't give me anything I can put in a spreadsheet, but it gave me my own mind back for a while.
I love that distinction because so much of what feels meaningful is non-transferable. You can't really brag about it.
You can't post it in a convincing way.
Yeah, if you post it, it changes.
It becomes a product again.
And then it's not quiet anymore. I think what I'm craving is a life where I don't have to earn my evenings.
Wow, that's a sentence.
It surprised me when it came out, but it's true. Like, I don't want the evening to be a reward for a good day. I want it to be part of the day, even if the day was chaotic.
That makes sense, because otherwise you live in this constant negotiation with yourself. Did I do enough to deserve peace?
Yes, and peace becomes conditional.
I think a lot of people live like that without naming it. Like, they can only be kind to themselves after they hit some invisible quota.
And the quota keeps moving.
Always.
Do you ever feel like the more you try to optimize, the smaller your life gets?
Yes, because you start avoiding anything that doesn't fit the plan. You stop doing weird things. You stop having random conversations. You stop taking detours. And those are often the things that make life feel wide.
Wide is such a good word, like there's space.
Exactly. Optimization makes space feel dangerous. Like, why is there empty space? Fill it with tasks or
Content or improvement.
or noise.
And then sometimes you look up and you realized you haven't been bored in years, but not in a good way. More like you haven't been empty enough to hear yourself.
I miss boredom, real boredom, the kind that makes you stare out a window and then suddenly remember a song from 10 years ago.
Yes, the kind that leads you somewhere strange.
And sometimes somewhere pointless, which is wonderful.
There's a softness in pointless things, like you're not constantly trying to squeeze meaning out of everything.
Meaning gets aggressive when you try to extract it.
That's so true, like you're minding your own life.
And eventually the mind collapses.
I feel that.
There's also this pressure to have a routine for everything. Morning routine, evening routine, weekend routine, even social routine. Like we're robots with different modes.
I know, and routines can be comforting, but there's a thin line. It's like when the routine stops supporting you and starts owning you.
Yes, when you're afraid to break it. When breaking it feels like the whole week will fall apart.
Or like you'll lose yourself.
Which is a strange idea, because you were self before the routine existed.
Right. You didn't invent yourself with the checklist.
But it can feel like you did, especially if you had a time when you were struggling, and then the checklist helped you, so you hold it like a life raft.
That's such a compassionate way to see it, because it's not like people optimize because they're shallow. Sometimes it's a survival thing.
Exactly. It's like, if I control enough, I won't feel anxious.
Or if I control enough, nothing will surprise me.
And yet life is surprise.
Yeah, and not all surprise is bad. Some surprises are a friend calling at the right moment, or sunlight in the middle of winter, or a stranger being kind.
A random song that makes you cry in the supermarket.
That one, that's very real. It's funny, when those things happen, nobody says, wow, great system.
They just happen and you feel human.
Maybe that's the thing. Optimization is about becoming efficient, but being human is often inefficient.
In the best way.
In the best way. Like, you spend an hour talking about nothing and somehow you feel lighter.
Or you take 10 minutes to make tea, but you do it slowly, and it becomes a little ritual that doesn't need to justify itself.
A ritual without productivity attached. Yeah, just a ritual because it feels nice to live inside it.
I like that, living inside it.
I think we forget that we're allowed to live inside things, not just pass through them on the way to the next thing.
That's a good image, passing through your day like it's a hallway.
And the goal is always at the end of the hallway.
And you're sprinting.
In socks, on a wooden floor.
That's a very specific chaos.
It is. And you're holding a phone and it's slipping and you're trying not to drop it because that would slow you down.
And the whole time you're thinking about how to improve your sprinting technique.
Exactly.
I guess there's something quietly sad about always thinking you're behind.
Yes, that feeling of being behind, even in your own life.
Like there's an ideal version of you somewhere ahead and you're chasing them.
And they're also tired, probably.
They're exhausted. They're optimizing their optimization.
They have a calendar event called Be Better
And it starts at 6 a.m.
every day.
No days off.
That's the nightmare. Not because improvement is bad, but because it becomes endless self-pressure dressed up as self-care.
Self-care with a whip.
Yeah.
So what does it look like for you when you're not optimizing? Like what's a small sign?
Honestly, I stopped narrating. I stopped that inner voice that goes, now we are doing this, and I just do it.
Like you stop making yourself into a story.
Exactly. And I notice my shoulders drop a bit. I feel less managed.
That's a beautiful word, managed. When you stop managing yourself, you can actually meet yourself.
And it's not always pretty, but it's real.
And maybe you're not a project. Maybe you're just a person having a day.
Yeah, a person having a day with laundry and emails and weird emotions and some nice moments.
And some moments where you stare at a wall.
And you don't turn it into a technique.
You just stare.
Sometimes the wall has better answers than your to-do list.
The wall is honest. It doesn't pretend it can fix you.
It just exists.
And somehow that's comforting.
I think that's where I want to be more often. Not in a perfect life, just in a life that can breathe.
A life that can breathe. That feels like the right direction.
Yeah, not a direction like a plan, just a feeling I can recognize.
Like when you step into a quieter room and you realize you are speaking too loudly.
Exactly like that.
And then you naturally lower your voice.
And you don't need to track it.
You don't need a graph.
Thank God.
Just a quieter room and a slower cup of coffee.
Yeah, that sounds enough for now. You know what's funny? Even saying enough for now can feel brave.
Because now is not a category the optimizing brain likes.
Exactly. It wants enough forever. Or at least enough until next quarter.
Yeah, it's like if you can't lock it in, it doesn't count.
And life doesn't really lock in. It shifts. It gets messy. Things change.
I think that's one of the quiet reasons people cling to optimization. It feels like a promise, like if I do this correctly, I won't be surprised.
And also, I won't disappoint myself.
That one is big.
I notice it when I'm tired. When I'm tired, I become strict. Not outwardly, inwardly.
Like you tighten the rules.
Yeah. I start thinking, okay, we need structure. And sometimes structure helps, but sometimes it's just punishment wearing a neat outfit.
That's such a clear distinction. Structure as care versus structure as a way to control your fear.
Exactly. And I don't always know which one it is until later.
I usually know by how my body feels. If I'm making a plan and my chest gets tight, that's not care.
That's a good signal. For me, it's my jaw. If I'm clenching, I'm not planning. I'm negotiating with panic.
Negotiating with panic, yeah. Like, if I do this, please don't show up.
Right. If I do this, please let me feel safe.
And the sad part is, sometimes it works, so your brain learns it.
Yes. It becomes this little bargain.
And then later, you're doing the bargain even when you're not in danger.
You're just living, buying groceries, answering messages, but the feeling in the background is still prove you can handle it. It turns ordinary life into a test again.
Hmm.
Do you ever miss being slightly chaotic in a harmless way?
I do. I miss the version of me that would decide at 8 p.m. to go for a walk with no purpose, no headphones, just walking.
That sounds like you.
It used to be. Now I'll have the impulse and then I'll think, but I did it to my skincare, like I'm in a contract with a tiny bottle.
The tiny bottle owns the evening.
It really does. And I'm not anti skincare, I'm just amazed by how quickly a nice thing becomes a rule.
That's the key. A nice thing becomes a rule, and then the rule becomes identity. I'm the kind of person who does this. And if you don't do it, you feel like you betrayed yourself.
Yes, and the betrayal feels bigger than it should.
It's like skipping a walk becomes a moral failure.
Or eating toast for dinner.
Toast for dinner is one of my favorite no one can stop me meals.
Same. Toast is the simplest comfort, and it's so funny how the optimizing brain hears toast and starts searching for protein.
It's like an alarm. We have a situation. She is having toast. Deploy the egg.
Exactly. And sometimes I want the toast to stay simple. Like, let the toast be toast.
Let the toast be toast. That should be in a sign.
In a kitchen, with crumbs everywhere.
And a sink that isn't polished.
Yes, the whole vibe.
I think there's something very adult in allowing that. Not in a lazy way, in a grounded way. Like, I can be trusted even if my dinner is toast.
That's so true. Like, you don't lose your dignity because you didn't optimize your meal.
Or your morning.
For me, a big one is the pressure to turn every interest into progress. Like if I enjoy something, music, reading, even a hobby, there's this voice that goes, cool, how do we level up?
Yes. How do we monetize it or master it or measure it?
Exactly. It's like enjoyment is not allowed to be flat.
Flat in a good way.
Yeah, like a calm lake. No waves, just nice.
I really relate to that. I used to draw sometimes, just little sketches. Not good, not bad, just a thing my hand wanted to do. And then I started thinking, if I do this, I should get better. And then I stopped.
Because now it's an obligation.
Yeah, and also because getting better is hard. It's effort. And it's okay to put effort into things you love, but I didn't want that. I wanted play.
Play is a word adults almost whisper.
It's true. It sounds childish in the wrong way, even though it's not. It's human.
I think adults need play more than they admit. Because play doesn't demand a result. It doesn't stare at you like a report.
And it doesn't punish you for stopping.
Exactly. You can play for 10 minutes and it still counts. It's not like, well, that wasn't a full session.
Yes, there's no minimum requirement.
I wonder if part of the appeal of optimization is social. Like it gives you a language that people respect.
Oh, absolutely. If you say, I went for a walk because I felt like it sounds cute. But if you say, I'm doing daily zone 2 cardio for longevity, suddenly it's serious.
And people nod.
They do. They go, responsible.
It's strange how easily we reward that. Like being a person isn't respectable enough unless you put it in the shape of a goal.
And then you start thinking your simple reasons aren't valid.
Because they're not impressive.
Yeah, like I like it. It feels weak compared to it improves my metrics.
But I like it is real.
It's the realest thing.
It's also harder to defend because it's just you.
Exactly. There's no data.
No shield.
I had a moment recently when I was listening to an old album I used to love, and I felt this tiny urge to look up the best headphones. Like, if I'm listening, I should maximize the experience.
Oh my God.
I know. And I caught it. I was like, wait, I'm already enjoying this.
That's such a perfect example because it's not even about self-improvement anymore. It's like experience optimization.
Yes, like even pleasure has to be upgraded.
And if it's not upgraded, it's almost wasted.
Exactly. I felt that with travel too. Like if I'm going somewhere, I need to do it right. And then you're not there, you're managing the trip.
You're making sure you extracted the maximum value from the city.
Yes, like it's a resource
resource.
And cities hate that. They don't reward extraction, they reward wandering.
Wandering is so underrated.
It's also risky. You might miss something.
And that fear of missing something is like the fuel of optimization culture.
Because it suggests that life is a checklist of moments you have to collect,
And if you don't collect them, you failed at living.
which is such a brutal idea.
Yeah, and it's sneaky because it pretends to be like enthusiasm. I just want to make the most of it.
The most is such an aggressive phrase.
It is. It sounds like you're squeezing.
And some things you can't squeeze. If you squeeze them, they vanish.
Like calm
Exactly. Calm disappears when you chase it,
or connection.
especially connection.
Because connection is about being with someone, not doing the relationship correctly.
Right. There's no best practice for sitting on a couch with a friend and talking about nothing.
But if you tried to make one, you'd ruin it.
You'd be like, okay, now we will have authentic intimacy in 3 steps.
Step 1, maintain eye contact for exactly 8 seconds.
Step 2, share a vulnerable fact.
Step 3, rate your closeness from 1 to 10.
And then you both go home and update your spreadsheets.
That's actually terrifying.
It really is.
And yet, sometimes I catch myself wanting that. Not the spreadsheet, but the certainty. Like, tell me what to do and I will do it.
Yeah, it's comforting because not knowing is hard.
And relationships are full of not knowing.
Life is full of not knowing, and optimization is a fantasy of knowing.
A fantasy of control.
So maybe what we're talking about isn't stop trying. It's making peace with the parts you can't manage.
That feels true. It's more like loosening your grip.
And letting some things be slightly out of focus.
I like that. Out of focus, like a photo where the edges are soft.
Exactly. You still see the main thing, you just don't demand perfect clarity everywhere.
And the softness is part of the beauty. I'm thinking about how when you stop optimizing, you sometimes feel this blank space, like, okay, if I'm not improving, what am I doing?
Yes, this is a moment of emptiness, like stepping off a treadmill and realizing you're using it to avoid something.
And the something can just be yourself, your feelings, your boredom.
Or your tiredness, just plain tiredness.
And tiredness doesn't always need a solution. Sometimes it just needs kindness.
Quiet kindness, not a plan.
Not a plan, just letting the day be a day.
And letting yourself be a person in it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the kind of thing you only understand when you're sitting down, finally, and you notice you don't have to earn that seat.
You don't have to earn the couch.
Exactly.
The couch is free.
The couch is free and the toast is allowed.
And the sink can survive without being polished.
The world will keep spinning.
And maybe it spins a little more gently when we stop trying to push it. I like how our examples keep coming back to really ordinary stuff. Toast, a couch, a sink.
Because that's where it actually lives. Not in big declarations. In small choices that don't look impressive.
Yeah, it's almost awkwardly small. Like if you told someone, my new lifestyle is leaving a mug in the sink overnight, they'd be like, okay.
They'd want a transformation story of before and after.
Exactly. They'd want you to glow.
And you're like, no glow, just I didn't turn my evening into a performance.
Which sounds simple, but it feels huge when it's new.
It does, because you're stepping out of that internal spotlight.
That spotlight is exhausting, even when nobody's watching.
Especially when nobody's watching, because then it's just you keeping the light on.
And you don't even know why the light is on anymore.
It's just habit, like leaving an app running in the background.
That's such a good metaphor. Like your brain is running this program, optimized, even when you're not using it.
And it drains the battery.
Yeah, you wonder why you're tired, and it's because something is always open.
Always calculating. I've been thinking about the word discipline. It's such a respected word, but sometimes what we call discipline is just fear with good branding.
Yeah,
or sadness, or a need to feel in control when things feel uncertain.
And then there's discipline that's gentle, like I'll show up for myself, but it doesn't have that harsh edge.
It doesn't feel like a punishment. It feels like steadiness.
Exactly.
I think that's what I want. Not endless improvement, just steadiness. And I want it to have room for weather.
Room for weather?
Like emotional weather. Some days are bright, some days are gray. And your life shouldn't collapse because the sky changed.
I love that because optimization hates weather. It wants the same conditions every day.
Yes, it wants perfect lighting.
And life is not a studio.
Life is a real place with noise and dishes and moods and sudden phone calls.
And sometimes you wake up and your brain is just not cooperating.
Yeah, and it's not a moral issue. It's just a Tuesday.
Exactly. A Tuesday with a weird brain.
A weird brain Tuesday.
I've had many.
Same.
And on those days, optimization tries to fix you fast. It's like we have a problem. We need a solution.
And maybe the solution is just going slower or doing less or doing the same things but not demanding they feel great.
That's such an important nuance. Not demanding that it feels great.
Yeah, like you can make coffee without turning it into a wellness moment.
You can just make coffee because you want coffee.
And you can sit with it, not to meditate, not to journal, not to plan, just sit.
Just sit. And it can be quiet, but not in a dramatic way. Quiet like a normal room.
A normal room with a normal person in it.
I like that image. It feels forgiving.
Forgiving is a good word. Not in a grand way, just less strict.
Less strict is honestly a dream.
It is. And it's strange when you loosen things, you sometimes realize you didn't need to be that hard on yourself in the first place.
Yeah, it's like finding out the door was never locked.
Exactly. And you're standing there with the key, sweating.
And you're like, why didn't anyone tell me?
And then you realize nobody locked it. You did. You just got used to it. I've had moments recently where I did something suboptimal and nothing bad happened.
That's such a powerful experience, like exposure therapy, but for being normal.
Yeah, like I ate dinner later than I planned. I didn't get all my steps. I didn't answer a message right away. And the world didn't collapse.
The sun still rose.
Exactly. And I slept anyway.
That's a big one, because the optimizing brain says if you don't do it right, you'll pay.
Yes, it threatens you. And then you learn sometimes you don't pay. Sometimes it's fine.
Or you pay a tiny price and it's not the end of your identity.
Right, like, okay, I was a little stiff the next morning. I was a little tired. Fine. It's not a character flaw.
It's just cause and effect, not shame. I think the hardest part is letting go of the fantasy that there's a version of you who has everything handled all the time.
The mythical you.
The mythical you who never forgets anything, never gets overwhelmed, never eats toast unless it's artisanal and balanced.
With avocado and seeds and a side of self-respect.
Exactly.
I don't want her. She sounds busy.
She sounds like she doesn't laugh much.
She schedules her laughter.
Laughter, 7:10 to 7:12.
2 minutes is plenty.
Efficient joy.
I think I'd rather have the version of me who laughs because something is genuinely funny, even if it's stupid.
Especially if it's stupid.
Especially if it's stupid.
There's a softness in that, a looseness, like your life has room for little accidents.
Like you spill something and you don't spiral.
You just wipe it and move on.
Yeah, you don't interpret it as a sign that you're failing.
It's just coffee on the counter.
Which honestly feels right for this conversation.
It does.
Coffee on the counter, toast on a plate, a sink that's fine, a couch that doesn't require a reason.
A day that doesn't require a report.
And that's my favorite one. A day without a report.
And maybe a night without a plan.
Just the light a little lower, your phone somewhere else, your mind not trying to be impressive.
And your life not trying to be an achievement.
Mm-hmm.
There's something peaceful about imagining that, not as a new standard, just as a possible way to be.
Yeah, a possible way to be. Not perfect, just possible.
And quietly enough.
Quietly enough.
Thanks for spending this time with us.
We really enjoyed having you here and sharing this conversation.
Keep listening
And we'll see you soon.
here at English Coffee House.